History rarely remembers uprisings that fail, but the Maji Maji Rebellion was not just an uprising. It was one of the most devastating and least known anti-colonial movements of the early 20th century, a struggle that claimed hundreds of thousands of lives, only to be buried in silence. At the turn of the century, the German Empire controlled a vast territory in East Africa, known as German East Africa, stretching over much of what is now Tanzania. Imperial rule came with more than flags and governors. It came with harsh taxation, forced labor, and the forced cultivation of cash crops. Among these was cotton, demanded by colonial administrators for export to German industry. Fields that once fed local communities were converted into plantations, and the people were ordered to plant, tend, and harvest for the empire. Failure to comply meant punishment. Traditional life was being dismantled one season at a time. In 1905, resistance began to take shape. It did not emerge from a political party or a military council, but from a spiritual leader named Kinjiki Tilengwali. He preached unity among dozens of ethnic groups who had never fought under a single banner. He offered them Maji, water mixed with millet and castor oil, promising it would turn German bullets into harmless droplets. Whether the Magi was taken as literal protection or symbolic defiance hardly mattered. What mattered was the faith it ignited. For the first time, fragmented communities saw themselves as one people fighting a common oppressor. The rebellion spread quickly. Villagers attacked German outposts, torched cotton fields, and rejected colonial orders. For a moment, it looked as though unity might triumph over empire. German authority wavered. Communication lines were severed. The colonial administration had underestimated the power of collective resistance. But empires do not surrender easily. Once Berlin understood the scale of the revolt, the response was ruthless. German commanders deployed the Schutztruppe, equipped with modern rifles and machine guns. Traditional weapons and spiritual resolve met industrial firepower. Battles that had once been fought in forests and villages now became slaughters. Food stores were seized or destroyed. Wells were poisoned or guarded. Crops ready for harvest were deliberately ruined. The land itself became a weapon. Without food, resistance collapsed. Families starved in fields that once sustained them. By 1907, the Maji Maji Rebellion was defeated not by superior strategy, but by famine engineered in retaliation. When the killing ended, historians estimate that between 200,000 and 300,000 people were dead. Most were civilians who never carried a weapon. Entire communities vanished. Cultural traditions linked to agriculture and spirituality were shattered. The